I want you to think back to your childhood for a moment, if you will. Remember a time when you used to walk around in an environment seen like this almost every single day. And if the weather was right, like in summertime or spring, you'd probably be barefoot. I remember growing up in the 70s and 80s in South Africa, I was barefoot most of the time. And I was outside majority of the time. I wasn't allowed inside. Okay? If I had free time, I was expected to be outside doing something. And I remember that. I remember it clearly, and I'm sure you can too. I'm sure you can reflect back into a time when you were a child outside in nature. You maybe not necessarily barefoot, but you were out in nature somewhere, whether it be here like in the forest, by the stream, yeah, or perhaps you're on a beach, perhaps you're just out in a field like I used to be, building BMX tracks and forts and all kinds of funky things out in the bush, doing things outside until the sun came down, until the street lights came on, and then and only then did we head back home. Remember those days of freedom? I sure do. Now I'd like you to fast forward to today. You're a busy business owner, 45 years plus. You grew up around the same time as me, all right? And gone are those days of having the freedom to do the things that we could just do whenever we wanted to do. We have responsibilities now. We have families. We have demands on us, devices, business, family, as I mentioned, friends, if we're lucky, all right? And these are the things that have consumed our life now. We've traded the simplicity of nature for the busyness of life and responsibilities.
Growing up, we didn't think about germs, inflammation, or stress. Playing outside wasn't just fun, it was vital for our resilience. Science now shows that exposure to dirt, plants, and fresh air built up our immune systems and reduced inflammation and even supported mental clarity.
But now as adults, especially for those of us that are 45 plus, we've kind of drifted away from that way of life. You know, we have the added responsibilities, as I touched on. You know, we have our homes and we find ourselves inside for most of the part. You know, we're juggling different responsibilities, distractions, as I touched on, and this has taken us away from being in connection and in touch with nature.
It's not just the kids today who are glued to screens. We are too. Between running businesses and managing family life, how often do we actually prioritize stepping outside? And what about the impact on our health? Declining energy levels, increased stress, and a weakened immune system are signals that something needs to change.
But here's the truth. It's not too late, and it never is, to reclaim that resilience and that vitality. So how can we as busy professionals reconnect with Mother Nature without having to overhaul our already busy schedules? Well, it starts with small intentional steps.
First, begin your mornings outside. 5 minutes of fresh air, whether it's sipping your coffee on the balcony or walking barefoot on the beach. You can reset your mind and set the tone for your day. Second, swap an indoor activity for an outdoor one. Hold a walking meeting, take your lunch break in the park, or simply step outside during calls. It's about weaving nature into the rhythm of your day. Third, dedicate one weekend day to nature. Whether it's a family hike, gardening, or just playing catch with your kids, somewhere, somehow, these moments reconnect us with the outdoors and with ourselves. So here's what happens when we make these shifts. Our immune system strengthens, our body feels better and is able to move better, our mind is clearer, and we also experience a sense of calm that no app or device can replicate. The stress of being a business owner doesn't disappear, but nature does give us the resilience to handle it better.
And the best part is you're not just helping yourself, you're setting an example for your kids as well, regardless of their age. Now, you're showing them the value of the balance between a busy life and the connection to nature. And also, what's one childhood memory that might inspire you to make this change in your life? I'd love to hear it. Share it with us down below here. I'd love to hear what your feedback and your stories might be in this regard.
So here's my challenge to you. This week, just take one step to reconnect with nature. Maybe it's that morning coffee outside, a lunchtime walk, or an hour at the park with your family. The more we step into nature, the more we step back into our vitality.
And so, if you found this video useful, give it a like, subscribe, okay, stay in touch, and perhaps give us a love, Share this video with somebody that is a business owner, perhaps like yourself, or somebody that's just close to you that you know would gain maximum benefit from being outdoors more often in their life, be able to help them to reclaim their vitality, help them to de-stress, feel better about themselves, have more clarity of thought, more insights perhaps, just to feel better for themselves by being outside and reconnected to nature as best as possible, as much as possible. So I trust this did help for you and it did serve a purpose. And as I said, just love, like, share, help me share this, spread this message if you will. And yeah, let's thrive together, shall we? Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.